All right, so let's see if we can figure out this first problem here. And we have a function of f and we have a function of h, and we're trying to find f of h of 3. Okay, so we're trying to find, oops, let me get my pen going. All right, we're trying to find f composed with h of 3. So remember how we're going to do this. We're going to find f of h of 3. So if I know that my function h of x is equal to a negative x plus 3, then the way I would find h of 3 is I'm going to come back to this equation, this function, and everywhere I have the letter x, I'm going to plug in a 3. So h of 3 is going to be, there's a negative, so don't forget to write it down, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Okay, so we know that h of 3 is the same thing as 0. Now we're trying to find f of 0. So if my function f of x is equal to negative x minus 1, I'm going to put negative 0 minus 1. The opposite of 0 is still 0, and 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So there's my answer, right? And then the second question we had was this one here. And it says, use the graph to evaluate the expressions f composed with g of 4. And there's another one. Let's do the first one. So we're trying to find f composed with g of 4. That means I need to find f of g of 4. So to find g of 4, so g of 4 is this line right here. Okay, so let me just clean that up. Okay, what does that mean I'm trying to find? When I'm trying to find g of 4, I'm going to go to the x-axis when x is equal to 4. Oops, sorry. And what's the value of g? The value of g is 0. So now I'm going to find f of 0. So this is my graph of f. So when I go to x equals 0, if I go up, oops, sorry, keeps doing that. When I go up, it looks like we are hitting 5. So f of 0 is 5. So for my first part, my answer is going to be 5. Now let's do the second part. The second part right here says, let's find g composed with f of 5. Okay, so we can do that easily. We're going to go to when x equals 5. What is the value of f? Well, it crosses it right there. So the value of f of 5 is going to be 0. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the function for g. So remember, that's my function for g. So when x is equal to 0, if I want to hit the g function, we have to go down, and we end up with negative 8. So the second part, which would be g composed with f of 5, is, oops, negative